We continue our reading of God's Dream for You, The Chosen, a morning devotional by author Dwight K. Nelson. Our reading today, November 22, Thanksgiving on the Tween deck. When you have eaten and are full, then you shall bless the Lord your God for the good land which he has given you. Deuteronomy 8:10. Nathaniel Philbrick's award-winning book, Mayflower, blends the dispassion of an historian with the dramatic flair of a storyteller and is the most detailed and gripping pilgrim chronicle I've ever read. After their tortuous voyage across the gale-whipped Atlantic on the Tween deck, the space between the topside deck above and the cargo hold below, the Mayflower's 102 passengers, half of them Puritan, the other half adventurers and crew, landed on Cape Cod in frigid November weather. The small ice age of North America still gripped the continent. Philbrick's account of their ill-prepared splashing ashore the mainland in wet and frozen clothing on December 23, the next 2 harrowing weeks to construct their first building, a 20-foot square common house. The deadly onslaught of a winter made even more bitter, with so many falling ill or dying, that only 6 of the decimated colony were strong enough to care for the sick. The late night and unmarked burials to hide from any native spies, the dwindling of the pilgrim band. You cannot help reading this narrative with an almost sacred awe. By spring, 52 of the 102 Mayflower passengers were dead. Quote, "We think of the pilgrims as resilient adventurers upheld by unwavering religious faith, but they were also human beings in the midst of what was and continues to be one of the most difficult emotional challenges a person can face, immigration and exile." End quote, page 76. Nearly 4 centuries later, here we are, ourselves on a voyage this Thanksgiving, occupying the Tween deck between the past and the future, exiles in a foreign land, strangers and pilgrims on the earth. Hebrews 11:13. And what shall be our spirit? Do we have the same dogged determination to be faithful to the vision that launched our movement? No matter the contrary odds, the devastating price, these were a people, not unlike the heroes of Hebrews 11, who have seen the promises from afar off, were assured of them. They did not turn back, and neither must we. Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. Hebrews 12:2. For in Christ the promised land is assured. The pilgrims lived with that sense of the chosen. So must we. It may not be long now to the crossing over. This concludes our reading today of God's Dream for You, The Chosen.